Oiga, ese quedó demasiado chévere.
What's going on, guys? My name is Alex Pastor and welcome to my kite shop in Tarifa. And today I'm gonna give you another kiteboarding instructional where I'm gonna show you 5 of my favorite tricks for intermediate kite surfers. But before you check this video, make sure that you have watched my other tutorial with 5 tricks for beginner kiteboarders. And also it's very important that you guys can all load and pop properly and also do it unhooked. You can see that on this video up here. Alright, so the first one we're gonna learn is a raleigh to blind or blind judge. For this trick, as you can see here, it's very important to do a good pop because we're gonna get most of the height out of the pop. So remember, on this trick we're not moving the kite, we're just getting all the height from the pop. When we get a really good pop, our legs are just gonna keep going up and we are gonna be sent up and not to the front. So this is exactly what we want to do. We just need to get the legs keep going up with momentum. And now with our heads, we just focus on the landing. Once we've spotted the landing and we know how high we went, this is when we have to decide when we're gonna start turning. On this one, I started turning a little bit earlier because I wanted to grab the bar in the air. But as you can see on this other one, the trick was a little bit lower, so I just landed blind. You basically just have to time when you're gonna start rotating or until when you're gonna hold that raleigh. Once we're landing, you just have to know where you are, bend your knees and absorb the landing, and then you can just pass the bar or keep riding. The second most simple trick could be the 3-1-3. It's very similar to our other trick, the blind judge or the raleigh to blind, but on this one, as you can see, instead of a backside 180, we're gonna do a frontside 360. So we're gonna land wrapped or pass the bar as we're landing. Doesn't really matter when you pass the bar. The most important is that you do the rotation and then you land after doing a 360 degree. My top trick for this one is to just send your hip very strongly to your bar to help you rotate and then to land wrap on this one. So as I told you with the blind judge, it's also very important with this one for you to really time how long it's gonna take to do the full rotation. Keep in mind that this can take a little bit longer as it is at 360 degrees instead of a 180. So try to get a little bit higher and same as before, just try to time your landing and as you land, bend your knees so you don't hurt your knees and you get a soft impact. The next trick we're gonna see, it has a few different names, but the main name is a front mobe, but a lot of kiters call it NIS or non-inverted sling chance, but the real name is actually coming from wakeboarding, it's a front mobe. And it is basically a front roll where you almost do the whole rotation and then you turn the other way around front side to land wrap or to pass the bar in the air and land hillside. So the main trick for this one, I would say, is also, like always, get as much pop as possible, and as you're changing your rotation and going for the handle pass, wait for the slack until you kite down slightly. You want to have the bar as low as possible as your body is starting to go down. If at the point of going for the handle pass your bar is too high, it will be really hard to pass the bar. So at this point it's very important that we try to keep our bar low and then we try to approach our hip towards the bar. That way we're gonna be able to catch the bar in the air and then land hillside. Just as we did in the other tricks, spot your landing and bend your knees as you're touching the water. Alright, so here goes everyone's favorite, the back mob. This trick can be a little bit difficult if you don't know how to do it, but once you understood the movement, it can be very easy trick, and then it's one of those tricks that you will always have unlocked. So the secret for this one, nobody will tell you that, is that you do this back roll to toe side. So you ride, you do a good pop, and you do a back roll to toe side as inverted as you can. And keep in mind that by the time that you are toe side, you have to be completely horizontal. This is my reference point. If your legs are too low on this point, that means you're not gonna be able to finish the rotation because your legs are gonna go down before you finish the rotation. So if you're horizontal at this moment, you have good chances of landing. Also, try to hold your bar as long as possible, and at this moment is when you start releasing your bar and just let momentum continue and you will land just fine. The moment I understood that trick, I never missed the back mob again. Last but not least, my favorite trick of this series, this front roll to blind. On this one I actually grab the tail because I just love this trick so much, and I think it looks so much better with a little grab. So as you can see on this pop, I got a little bit of a wide water wave coming towards me. So if you are very familiar with this trick, you can use this wide water to get extra height, but you have to remember that, as always, you have to time the rotation. So if you get extra height because you jump off a little wave, then you have to spin a little bit slower, or you get this little time here after the grab where you can kind of slow down your movement a little bit, but you don't have so much. So just try to time your rotation from the beginning. Usually don't jump off a little wave, because if you cannot land this trick very consistently, you can get a back edge or you can over rotate. So very important to time it. Spot your landing right there. This is the moment where you want to spot your landing, and try to hold your bar as close as possible to your body. I know it's very hard, but just trying and bringing it a little bit pressure down is going to help you keep the momentum going and land flat on your board. So this is very important, and once you land, bend your knees and try to catch the bar with the other hand. Now you can keep riding. That's it for me today, guys. So if you like this content, like I said before, please, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, and this will help me to make more videos. So hope you enjoyed this one, and see you on the next.